What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP and rocking with me on the AquaMethodPodcast. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally. No special characters, numbers, emojis, underscores, anything crazy like that. It's GrasshopperGP, Instagram, and Twitter. Send me an email at GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com for the types of sponsorships, advertisements, questions, comments, all that good stuff. GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com is the place to do it. You are listening to this once again on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official with 3 S's is the YouTube account. Thank y'all for once again rocking with your boy on the AquaMethod Podcast. And this is going to be a really short episode. Why? Because I left my power supply at my apartment. I am recording at Books to the comic book shop. So please stop by if you're in the area and please purchase all the new stuff that comes out. It comes out every Wednesday. We got comic books over here, textbooks, novels, magic cards, different card games, Yu-Gi-Oh, Warhammer stuff, all kind of stuff. So please stop by Books 2, the local comic book shop here in Lafayette, for all your comic book and card game needs. And if you're not in Lafayette, please stop by your local comic book shops and support your local comic book shop because comic books are awesome. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be a real short episode because I left my power supply at my apartment, and I'm recording it on Saturday. The show comes out on Saturday, so this is extremely last minute. But hey, this is what happens. And you just got to deal with it. And, well, not you, the listener, but I just got to deal with it because I got to record the thing, I got to edit it, and then I got to send it to you. And I haven't missed a Saturday yet, and I don't intend to. So I'm just waiting on Cap to come over and hang out with me because I had British coming yesterday, but like I said, I had to cancel on him, and I scheduled him to come in today, and he has not shown up. And I have texted him and called him, and he has not responded. So I am waiting on Mr. Jeff to come save the day once again. So yeah, man, March Madness is cracking off right now. Mr. Jeff actually has a TV with some of the games going on, and it is interesting because I know Mr. Jeff couldn't care less about March Madness or the NCAA tournament, but I'm going to ask him about it anyway because I find that to be funny. Because with him talking about sports and the like, and but yeah, other things going on. I saw Iron Fist. Saw the first episode of Iron Fist yesterday. I thought it was dope. You know, I mean, it wasn't mind blowing, but it's the first hour of a 12-hour movie, so it's gonna be kind of slow. I mean, and there are I feel like the criticism of Iron Fist treading the same water that many other shows previously have treaded is appropriate. It's just I don't mind it. I think it's kind of dope, and I think it's so far it's pretty good. You know, I like the action sequences so far, and I'm excited to see how the story develops and stuff like that. But like I was telling Mr. Jeff's friend, what's your little short round? What's his name?
Which one?
Your little assistant.
Oh, Wyatt. Yeah, Junior.
Yeah. I was telling him that the MCU can't bat 1,000. You know, if they bat 950, it's okay. You know, yeah. So if they have a little hiccup with Iron Fist, then it's fine. You know.
You know, I've talked to 2 people now that have watched it and said
the whole thing.
Yep. And said,
don't spoil it for me, Cap. Only on the first episode.
Doesn't deserve the negativity it's getting.
Okay.
That watch it for yourself.
Yeah.
It is a little
slow?
Little slow to start.
Yeah.
And there's some pacing problems, but it's not horrible. It's still a decent addition to everything. Let me go help you.
All right. Well, I mean that makes a lot of sense because it's the origin story, and it's the origin story of a character that has never ever had any entry into a live action form. You know, Iron Fist has never been, at least to my knowledge, and my knowledge is, I dare say, extensive. Iron Fist has never been live action, so it's an origin story for people that don't know about Iron Fist, for people who aren't familiar with Iron Fist, and I mean that number is great. I think I would say that the number of people who aren't familiar with Iron Fist is is greater than the people who weren't familiar with Doctor Strange or Ant-Man. Iron Fist has been around a long time, but to me, he's never been a character that warrants his own weekly or monthly book. You know, I think you can make a Doctor Strange book and it'd be enthralling and compelling, and it comes out every week. But and Ant-Man, you know, because Ant-Man, and you know, you got Scott Lang, you know, you got Hank Pym. You know, you could do those things, and you know, we got Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones to a lesser extent. Jessica Jones actually might have the same level of notoriety as Iron Fist prior to the show coming out, but it's just so funny today. But anyway, but Iron Fist is like a lower rung character in the Marvel universe to me. So putting him in the MCU, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it might be a little slow. And since it's a brand new character, a character that hasn't been in the live action realm, the live action space, it's gonna suffer from some origin storyitis. You know, like every origin story, the first couple of episodes gonna have that issue, but it'll get better. And I don't want to treat it like something I'm just watching just to get to the Defenders. You know, I mean, I want to treat it like its own thing. You know, even though it will lead to the Defenders, and I'm excited for that. But I'm gonna give Iron Fist a chance. I saw the first episode and I thought it was all right.
Yeah. Like I said, there's obviously some problems. Said for a show about, you know, a kung fu master, the fights are lame. Yeah. They're just not done as well as you would think.
Yeah. I will say that. Yeah.
But it's also, you know, so I don't know.
Have you seen anything yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I still haven't finished Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
So I'm way behind. So I hadn't caught Luke Cage yet, and I hadn't seen.
That's it.
Yeah, I just hadn't.
Just Jessica Jones 1 and Daredevil 1.
Yes, yeah,
besides
right.
the things that's come out yet.
So, but I'm gonna end checking it out because I like the character. A lot of people went into this with a predisposition that they weren't gonna like it because they were angry because they cast a white guy as.
But Danny Rand's white though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Come on, man, that's dumb.
People complain.
Yeah.
People can complain because
it's dumb.
It's about, you know, martial arts and stuff, but you cast a white guy. It's like, well,
but his character's white.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so whatever. And so there's always going to be people complaining about that. And there was a lot of negativity towards it because of that.
That's
like coming into it.
I can't, man. Like, listen, man. Like, I like progressiveness, and there are a lot of things that needs to change. But come on, man. The character was white when he was created.
That's kind of the point. He's
a white guy,
a stranger in a strange land.
Yeah.
You know, that learned a mystical art. You know, they had the same complaint about the Ancient One. And while,
but the character, I mean, that makes a little more sense because the character was Asian in the book, but like it shouldn't be.
But it was a horrible stereotypical Asian in the book. So you're telling me you'd rather a horrible stereotype that was created in the '60s, as opposed to a Fu Manchu, long beard, a wizard, white woman that's supposed to be Gaelic and ancient.
Yeah,
that the whole order brought in a black man, a British dude, you know, a white dude, and you know, that was kind of the point, is anyone could gravitate toward this order,
right?
You know, so
I'm glad you're breaking it down like that, Cap. Well, you know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about it, and in this liberal, you know, social justice warriors, you call them, you know, and again, like, there's a lot of things that need to change, and I'm fully supportive of the people who are trying to activate that change, like the Women's March and all that good stuff. But some things don't need that level of progressiveness. You know what I mean? Like, if the character, I mean, like you said, the Ancient One was Asian, but he was a stereotypical Asian made in the '60s before people, you know, started, you know, like exploring other cultures and stuff like that. But the character Danny Rand was white, and he was made white, so he should be white in the show. And like, I feel, but here's the thing: like, if Ancient One was in the MCU in the movies was Spanish or black, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. It's just y'all white folks did so much bad shit.
Oh, don't. Hey, don't.
I'll just around.
No, don't think I'm gonna deny it. I mean, Jesus
I'm just
Christ.
messing around. But yeah, but I think that there's so much negativity. I don't like, and most of it. Well, not most of it, but some of it is unjust. There's so much negativity towards white people, particularly straight white men.
Yeah, you know, it's a double-edged sword. It really is. And I guess we're gonna go serious for a minute. It's yes, there is an entire culture. Or culture's not the right word. An entire history of our country, a huge chunk of it involved white people owning other people.
Yeah.
And that's bad. You know, it's a horrible thing, but that is where it was. We can't change that. We can't undo it.
That's part of the history.
Fix it.
It's part of American history.
It's part of what this country is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something to be proud of.
No.
Anyone who says otherwise is an idiot.
Absolutely.
But it is there.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of that same sword is, what, me?
Yeah.
You know, I don't own anyone.
Right.
My family's never owned anyone.
Right.
My family came down from Nova Scotia. You know, both sides of my family, besides my grandfather, whose side was Native American, we were poor. They were poor as hell. There was there was nothing there. So it's from both sides of that same coin. There's generalizations, and there's anger, and there's hate towards things against people on both sides that there's no reason to.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that just hate black people, or people that have been, robbed or mugged or whatever by a black person that automatically start hating black people.
Right.
And vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
It's on both sides of the fence,
Mm-hmm.
and it causes tension with everyone on both sides when 80% of the people on both sides are not the problem. It's the 20% of bad people and 20% of the problematic. And I'm just totally making up a number. I'm not just kind of for an example.
Yeah.
It's the 20% of problematics on both sides that are causing grief for both sides.
Right.
And it's, if you can just get rid of that 20% of people, and we should be okay.
Right.
But you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But and sadly, there's not a fix. There's never going to be a fix.
Yeah, we can make it better, but it's never going to be perfect.
And it is better, whether people want to admit to it or not. It's better.
I think so.
It's you and I, 50 years ago, wouldn't be doing this.
No,
there was no internet. But that's not the point.
We wouldn't be sitting down talking because you're a white man in your 40s,
right?
And I'm a black kid in 29.
It'd be a thing,
right?
And like this business, the business I have here, probably a quarter of my customers,
You're right.
and probably an eighth or Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have this kind of business. You couldn't have, the black nerd culture is just kind of starting to become a thing.
Yeah.
It's just starting to be, I shouldn't say become a thing, it's just becoming a
thing that's visible out.
Yeah, a more visible thing.
Yeah.
Because even amongst the black culture, they were shunned even probably more so than the white nerds were.
Probably so. That's probably fair.
Because,
probably fair.
There's a guy, my buddy, oh God, I can't, just because I'm sitting here talking about him, Anthony, has been a nerdy black guy since I've known him my entire life. Since his entire life, it's just him. But one of my most respected and trusted people I look up to, and he's younger than me. But I look up to him to no end, man. He's always been that. I don't care. Yes, I was a skateboard kid, and
that's how you should be.
Yeah, and it's just what it is,
Mm-hmm.
But I feel. Because I was that weird nerd that kind of got messed with, I couldn't imagine being a double minority, and I guess not to say that.
Right. I got you.
It's a shame that I got to say that over and over again because I don't want someone to be upset because I'm insinuating that because I was a nerd, I was a minority. That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But, it's...
But it's just interesting because if it's the Ancient One got so much flack because she's a white lady.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I feel like if she was Angela Bassett or a great actress of color, it wouldn't be as bad.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
And
Because
they wouldn't have anything. Well, then they would have bitched because it wasn't Asian.
You think so?
Yeah, they would have still complained.
You think so?
People would have still complained because it wasn't an Asian. It wasn't an Asian person.
But it wouldn't be as bad.
It wouldn't have been as bad.
Right.
But
Because it's as bad because she's white,
Yeah.
and she's she's a talented lady, and she's been there for so long. Like, but she doesn't. I mean, I don't know enough about what's her name is Tilda. How you say her name? The actress who plays.
You see, I don't even know who it was.
Well, I've seen some of her stuff, but the way she behaves doesn't seem to be snooty or pompous or anything like that. But yeah, man, we got serious for a little bit.
That'll happen.
We gotta, yeah, of course, it has to happen sometime. I gotta
messes up everything.
I gotta rush through these things because, like I said, like I told my listeners before, before you came, I left my power supply at my apartment. So, and this laptop is awful when it comes to the battery.
Yeah,
so,
that'll happen.
So I got maybe
Tilda Swinton.
Okay, yeah.
No idea who that is.
I've seen her in a few things, but in Doctor Strange, I loved her.
I thought they did
the Ancient One was great.
Yeah, I think they did a good take on a character that
Right.
could have gone extremely cheesy, and they made her ancient, even though she's not Asian and ancient
Right.
and stereotyped. So, I get. There would have been complaints no matter what.
Yeah.
Somebody would have complained if they made it the Fu Manchu wearing
Right.
Asian guy. That's the only time you ever use Asians and blah blah blah.
Right.
So,
When Iron Man 3 came out, before the actual movie came out, I remember they was talking about the villain, who the villain was going to be, who the main primary antagonist was going to be, and they was talking about the Mandarin. And I'm like, how they going to do that? How they going to do the Mandarin? First of all, they had to introduce him. They got to give him some origin story, and then they got the 10 rings thing, and, are they going to give the 10 rings powers and therefore give the Mandarin powers and stuff like that? And but he was made in a time where like Asian characters were Asian stereotypes. He had the long Fu Manchu and long Asian hair, and he didn't age, and even though he looked like probably like in his mid 50s, late 40s, stuff like that. I'm like, how are they gonna portray the Mandarin in Iron Man 3? And a lot of people got hit with the okie doke when it was what was the character's name in Iron Man 3 who was pretending to be the Mandarin? Trevor. Yeah.
See, I
didn't mind it.
I liked it.
I didn't mind it
because they hadn't established magic in that universe yet, and it was perfect. Basically they set up a fake villain to keep Iron Man occupied while they did what they were doing.
Right.
I thought it was a good twist. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Because the character he played as that terrorist leader was convincing. It was done well.
Yeah.
And when you finally get from out of left field that it's not actually him, that he's just playing a part, it was like, oh, okay, so he's a ruse. He was a complete front to make people think it was something else. It was great.
That eliminates the potential for stereotyping.
Right. Because again, if they'd have done the Mandarin, the Asian guy with the ponytail and the Fu Manchu and the 10 rings, it would have been a shock to the system. It would have been something completely out of left field. Yeah. And again, a stereotype, cheesy. So they didn't do it.
Yeah. So they got this guy, and then you got the leader of AIM.
Yeah.
He says he's a Mandarin, and in the one shot they said that's a real Mandarin somewhere out there that hasn't been seen yet. So yeah, it's if the character is Asian and it has like a negative stereotype attached to it, then it should be changed. It could still be Asian, but it should change. It shouldn't be directly from the books and from the source material.
And I mean, what you gonna do in that situation with say the Ancient One? who do you hire? Do you hire a young Asian and make it just but then why
like a business magnet?
Yeah, then why is there any gravity to him being ancient? He obviously doesn't look ancient. He's young. He's blah, blah, blah.
Are you talking about Doctor Strange?
Right.
Okay.
Or do you hire an old Asian actor, male or female, and go along that more, do you hire
Sage
Mr. Miyagi?
wizard. Yeah.
I mean, who do you put in that role? Is there anyone you can put in that role that would make everybody happy?
No, especially not now, because there's no consensus on anything anymore because of the internet and the fact that you can like exactly what you like and stick to that and just find 100, 1,000 people who like what you like and agree with you. So then you're forced with the echo chamber. Man, this battery goes so quick, man. But hey, I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to do 30 minutes out of this. Put an episode out. And again, this is a rush order. I'm doing this thing last millisecond, and I gotta thank Cap again when he comes back for helping me out, man. But Saturdays are really the best day to record this thing because nobody's in this shop. There are a couple people playing. Look like they're playing Warhammer over there. Or something, and but like I said, please stop by Ambooks 2, the comic book shop, come buy some stuff, and support your local comic book shops, and come on Saturday, man. You get peruse through and have a good time because there's not a big crowd like on a Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, we got a little serious there. But stereotypes are awful, man, and I think people, like I said this before when you was talking about Civil War, you saw like Entertainment Weekly or something like that, and they had one of the magazines, and they had Iron Man and Captain America in the front, Black Panther in the back, and people was giving a big fuss about that. Yeah, I think people just want to complain about something so that they can be the leader of their advocacy group. Right. Like they don't care about the thing that they're complaining about. They just want the attention. They just want to be the champion of it. Right. That's what I think.
Yep. There's that whole new, I say new, the troll marketing that everyone's doing now. Yeah. That people fall for over and over again. The red cup thing. Yeah. I seriously doubt anyone ever actually complained. No. It was someone, either a fake Twitter account or something, complained.
And it just spread.
Right. But there was no actual controversy. But it got Starbucks
spooked up.
Ton of attention. Yeah. Like, ton of attention. It was probably them that did it.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. That's some conspiracy theory.
No, it's marketing.
It makes sense.
It's a marketing thing. Okay, right now, Beauty and the Beast with the gay character.
Dumb.
That's
a dumb controversy.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's completely stupid. Yeah. But who made the controversy? First of all, how did it come out that there was a gay character in this?
Good point. I would assume, if not Disney themselves, it would have to be somebody with a preview screener. Oh, it could have been somebody with access to it. Like, wouldn't a reporter have it?
But this was weeks ago now. And it's not. It's a very subtle thing. It's not like
overt. Yeah.
Right. It's very, very subtle. I mean, and it's basically at the end he ends up dancing with another guy. Right. And no big deal. The thing is, how that information get out and why was it an issue? Okay, who knows? But you have this one guy, one redneck in Alabama who has a drive-in movie theater. First of all, really, does that even exist anymore? Did anyone even check to make sure this guy has a theater? Okay, because it's saying, oh, he's going to be the first person to step up and be like, I'm a Christian and I don't think this is right. Okay. So all of a sudden, everyone around him, everyone that thinks like him, and everyone that agrees with him are going to want to support him. And all of a sudden, his little fledgling drive-in theater is going to get a lot more attention than it ever did before. Right. So he's going to show Left Behind 48 with Kirk Cameron this weekend, instead of showing Beauty and the Beast. And
that's for real?
No. Oh. But whatever he's going to show this weekend, he's going to have a huge showing of like-minded people to help boost his sales for the probably last couple of weeks and the next couple of weeks to support him. when he may or may not actually feel that way, but he's actually just put a lot of money back in his pocket.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Disney, on the other hand, somehow this leaks out that there's this gay character that is very minor, and most people
very small.
Probably would not have really caught up on unless they were paying attention to the side character in the background during the big finale.
Right.
Or now championing gay rights, and they are now pulling in all the support and anti this guy stuff from all those people, and they're garnishing all those people to want to support this movie that's already didn't really need the plug anyway.
Right, yeah. Beauty and the Beast is going to do... Yeah. It's going to do
like,
all right.
It's like creating controversy to get a bigger Star Wars movie.
Right. If they never advertised it, it would have did well. They would have saved money.
Yeah. And
you don't even need to advertise Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it's
It's going to sell.
Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie ever.
Is it?
Hands down. Love Beauty and the Beast. So, yeah. So you have what appears to me to be fake controversy and a fake response to a fake controversy just to give everybody money.
Yeah.
And that is sadly a viable market plan.
Man.
This guy Milo, whatever his name is, Milo. He's the kid that they was doing the he was doing a speech at Berkeley. And he's a gay man. He's from another country, and he's extremely hardcore alt-right. That group. Yeah. And his marketing strategy is he would set himself up saying these really inflammatory things. He would do college tours. He would then have people within his own organization go to the college ahead of time and start protests. And anti-him stuff, garner more attention, bring more people into this speech, and with a little luck, have it canceled because there was some violence.
That's when it's garnering violence, that's awful. Right. Even if it's just merely just getting more money and more attention, that's awful. Right. I mean, that's a very sinister thing.
Right. Oh no, I agree completely.
I mean,
and it's playing on everybody's on both sides. People that agree with him, it's suckering them into wanting to follow him because he is, again, a gay and an immigrant that are saying these anti-immigrant things and saying these very anti-left-wing things. So it's like, oh, here's a guy that's all these things we don't necessarily like, but he's saying the same stuff as us. So at least we got to support him. And it's duping them into following him and dumping money into him. And then it's duping people into being angry at him for his feelings and for what the things he's saying. And it's duping them into going as well because they want to sit there and fight. But they got to pay to get in. Right. So he's getting paid. And he's suckering everybody. Yeah. And he was doing this successfully. And then it happened at I want to say it was Princeton. And Trump weighed in saying they're stopping his freedom of speech. And when that's the whole point. It gave him all the attention he needed. So all of a sudden he broke out and he's now a much bigger name. I hadn't heard of him before this.
Yeah. But, I do remember you. Yeah. I vaguely, tangentially know about the story though.
And the problem is this stupid son of a made some comments years ago about gay people being pedophiles. And because he was a gay man himself, he thought he could be able to get away with it. And whoever he was trolling that week to try to rouse up to get the attention of that week, it was not something he thought he really even meant. It was something to offend people to start his whole thing again in that at that time. But now that it's come out much later and he's gotten a huge public opinion and all this, a huge backing, it was a complete embarrassment to him, and everyone turned on him. Because you can't say that kind of stuff. And his comment was, well, I'm a gay man, I thought I could say that.
Yeah. Got to do this on the phone just to wrap it up. We're gonna just wrap this thing up. We're going to finish Cap's point, and I'm going to do a little more with my point, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. So what you say, Cap? What you saying?
Yeah. I was saying, okay, we're talking about this Milo kid, and he's basically using the same type of marketing where it's same thing the Westboro Baptist Church is doing. They stir up controversy to get paid. And it's them doing it all. They're manipulating both sides, and they're getting paid. And that's all it is. And, this kid's, of course, some stuff he said earlier in his career came back to bite him in his butt, and everyone now has pretty much washed their hands of him because they realize he's a fraud. He's a troll, and he found a way to make really good money at doing it. But then it finally came back and bit him in the butt.
Yeah.
But he thought because he was a gay man, he can get away with saying that gay people are pedophiles, and it just didn't quite work that way.
The point is, you shouldn't, even if it's just getting money, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't make people go against each other.
I agree.
Just for a profit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself doing something like that or anything.
I do. I like in the games I play. I consider myself a villain, but I am not going to purposely make people fight each other and hate each other for money.
Just as a money form.
No, I think we do a lot better if we got everybody to get along.
Yeah, life would be so much easier.
Yeah, everybody come to the comic shop and buy comics, as opposed to oh no, only white people can come buy my comics. Only black people, it's stupid.
You could formulate. You can talk to Miss Teresa and formulate some sort of fake beef and have people support. Like if you support me, you come over here. If you support them, go over there, and then but y'all both getting the money.
Yeah. And what's bad is actually there's legitimate beef between the two stores, but I finally got to the bottom of it. It was because of something that I did for this store that she thought was the owner taking something from her when I went and bought it elsewhere. It was a bad situation, but yeah, that'd be the exact same situation. Us getting together and deciding we're going to start this thing and try to divide the customer base, but all that does is divide the money.
Yeah.
But if it gets enough attention, then people will be like, "Oh, I want to go support her."
Right.
And so at that point, everyone gets more.
It would work. You could say something real sexist.
Yeah.
And then you get all the female people,
right?
Like all women going to her shop.
Yeah. No,
and
because
she could
women
say something.
Women don't read comics.
Right.
Women can't read because they're women. They're subpar, which is I worship women. It's not in any way, but saying something like that, and then all of a sudden, she'd have a ton of women show up at her store, but then I would also bring in all the misogynistic, anti-feminist pricks that they'd want to come and support me. Therefore, both customer bases would raise.
Right.
And
that's
it's
not
manipulative.
The way to do it.
It's manipulative,
that's
and
not
it's
the way to do it.
Deceitful. And I don't want that kind of money. I don't want money that I cause someone to hate someone else, or me for that matter, turn. I just don't want it. It's not worth it. There's too much hate going around as it is. I ain't making fake one.
Right.
There's enough reasons to hate me on top of things.
Oh, stop
as it is.
You're a good man. Stop it. But yeah, that was all right, kid. This was a good episode, good short episode.
We winged it, man. It was cool.
I think
I got a whole horrible vacation to tell you about too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But we're gonna get into that for the next
some
one.
other time.
But yeah, like go check out Iron Fist if you love the MCU. Go check out Iron Fist if you love comic book TV shows, movies. Check out Iron Fist. I think you're gonna like it. If you're excited about the Defenders, check out Iron Fist. Again, I only saw the first episode. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was awful.
Yeah. My take is this: if you hear about something that you think you're gonna like,
check it out.
Check it out. And it's kind of hypocritical for me to say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna watch any of the DC stuff because they've proven they've been bad. But if you think, you know what, I like the Iron Fist character. Give it a shot. Look at it. It's not going to cost you anything to look at it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then join the group and say you don't like it. But if you do like it, tell people, you know what? I thought it was okay. Don't be ashamed to not agree with someone because you're going against what the quote-unquote critics have said. Because, again, I had two friends now who have watched it all the way through and said, yes, there's some problems. But, yes, it was still worth watching. And that's, I'm going to listen to the people I know I agree with more than I'm going to listen to someone writing for the New York Times that I don't know, and and there are people that like Superman versus Batman, which was a horrible movie. So there are people that are going to like bad stuff and dislike good stuff. There are people to this day that hate the movie Donnie Darko, which is ridiculous. That is a wonderful movie. It's an intelligent movie, and that's part of the problem. People don't get it. But
Cap, I got into a fight an online fight with this guy. I said, like, I don't know if you've seen it. That was like a video of all the cameos of Stan Lee and everything.
I've seen the post. I hadn't seen it.
Okay, I thought it was really cool. Mm-hmm. You know, it was starting all the way back in the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Right.
And it was just really, really cool to see. And so I said, I shared it, and then I put a little my own little words on that, and I said Marvel's the best. Simple.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple. Like,
oh, yeah. You can have that opinion.
Yeah. Marvel's the best. This guy I went to high school with. I haven't seen this guy in 11 years. Mm-hmm. This guy says talking about Stan Lee copying DC and all this. I'm like, my man, you could make your own post if you don't like Marvel stuff, because he's a DC guy. Yeah. He likes DC, which is fine.
Right.
But like, I'm a big fan of Marvel. There's some things in DC I like a lot. Like when Blackest Night was my shit.
That was excellent. No, that was excellent. I'm a Marvel guy too, and that was good stuff.
Yeah. But we had like an argument about it. He started saying Batman versus Superman. Like he put a little post on my post talking about the people who said Batman versus Superman was bad and what they really mean.
That it was bad?
No, it was not a good movie, man. No, it wasn't a good movie. Like it could have been better.
It could have been. Yeah.
It could have been better.
It would have been a lot better.
You know.
Dude, speaking of controversy and crap, did you see? And totally, I'm gonna throw a wrench and everything.
Okay, what's up?
Wonder Woman's armpits. People in the new trailer, she's got her arm ups, and her armpits are shaved or blurred.
Okay.
And people are throwing his fit because Amazon wouldn't be shaving
it. Dumb.
I'm like, man, come on, you gotta have something else to complain about.
Yeah, that's just fake. There's people just want to complain about everything, man. Just let that go, man. Like if you a woman and your definition of femininity or women's rights is not shaving your armpits, then don't shave your armpits. Like that's fine, you know. But like some women want to shave their armpits. Like that's cool. There's a room for everything, man. And like I don't think any adult woman would say that if they shave their armpits or shave their legs that they are forced to do that because they're trying to conform to some male designated vision of beauty for women. Like, come on, man, cut that out, man. Cut that out, man. All right, just like find something else to complain about. And like I said, I gotta wrap this thing up because now I'm recording this thing on my phone. But yeah, like there are things that need to change. There are things that we need to fight for. There's things that we need to be progressive about. And big ups and shout out to all those people who are doing that. You know, Black Lives Matter, Women's March, you know, gay rights advocates, all that. You know, fully support all those things. But like, there's a lot of things that. Don't bring that over here. Don't bring that to the comic book realm, man. Like, don't bring that beef to the comic book realm. There's some things there's some racist things in comic books that I don't see it no more. Like, I've actually never seen it. I'm sure there was like racist comic books back in the day, but I haven't seen it. Like Bugs Bunny had racist characters in it, you know, and like, but like if you watch it now, you wouldn't consider Bugs Bunny to be racist. Like the people who were making those things then either didn't know better or didn't care, and those people aren't there no more, you know. So, but yeah, Wonder Woman not shaving her armpits, man. Listen, Gal Gadot was beautiful, and I'm pretty sure she shaves her armpits of her own volition, you know. If you know Wonder Woman shaves her armpits, that's what she does. Deal with it. Like, come on, man, cut that out. Stop worrying about silly stuff like that, man. And I'm gonna pause this so I can get Kat back in, and then I'm gonna be done with it. Any final words?
Final words?
Mm-hmm.
Pickle barrel, kumquat.
Why did I?
No. Stop being dicks to each other, man.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's coming from me. Jesus Christ.
I want to ask you real quick before we get out of here. Mm-hmm. It's March Madness, NCAA tournament's going on. Who you got winning it all?
Oral Roberts Medical University.
There you go. All right.
I honestly have no idea who's even in it.
I know you don't. That's why I think I asked.
UConn.
Okay.
Isn't it a vehicle?
No, that's a. Yeah, well, yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, UConn is. They probably gonna win the women's championship.
Are they even in it?
I'm not sure if they. I think they for the men's. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The,
But I got
the
North
New Orleans
Carolina.
king cake babies, dudes, the babies.
The baby cakes.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I know.
They came like they were the Zephyrs, now they're the baby cakes.
Yeah.
It's so
Isn't the
stupid.
Pelicans that too now? Or they changed it?
Nah.
Okay, it's
No.
just the Zephyrs that. I don't know why I was thinking it was the Pelicans that did.
Well, they have a mascot.
Yeah, they have the mascot.
Yeah, the
which is
Pelicans have a
creepy,
mascot. Right.
creepy looking. Man, that's ugly. Who thought that was okay? But not something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with UConn just because that's the only thing I could think of. I don't know.
Maybe I try not to have the same guests on consecutive weeks, but we got to talk about Logan.
Yeah, which I hadn't seen yet.
Right.
So maybe I should see that.
Yeah.
I'll try to knock that out.
Yeah.
And then, okay, wait. Basketball, real quick. Is LSU in it?
No. Come on. Chill out, man.
Just that. Yeah.
Chill out, man. UL's not in it either.
No, have they ever really been? I mean, once or twice.
They were, yeah. They were in it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But
How about
anyway.
Bama? Is Bama in there?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm thinking, nobody from like around here, close by. But we don't have really powerhouse basketball schools though.
Yeah.
It's more football.
Yep.
But anyway,
Because LSU spends all their money on football.
absolutely.
They got to pay all them players.
Oh, Cap.
Can't
Oh,
afford to pay the basketball players.
bye, Cap. As always, you can follow me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally. No special characters, numbers, emojis, underscores, anything crazy like that. GrasshopperGP, Instagram and Twitter. Send me an email at grasshoppergp@yahoo.com. Any types of sponsorships, advertisements, questions, comments, all that good stuff. grasshoppergp@yahoo.com is the place to do it. You're listening to this and watching this. Well, you're not watching this because not only did I not have cameras, but my laptop also died, so I'm recording this on my phone. You're listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official with 3 S's is the YouTube account. Thank y'all for once again rocking with your boy. It's your boy GP, Cap, the AquaMethodPodcast. Y'all be good.